Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tony's Picks Happy Hour here for Friday, May 23rd, 2025. Hey, that's what a start to the day that was. Craziness. It was a close game early, looking like we were going to see some low scoring action, 2-0. And I turn around and look, and all of a sudden it's craziness in this Boston game. Wonder what game two is going to bring us. Well, we'll get to it and see where we're going in that one. Hopefully everybody had a half decent Thursday heading into the weekend. Definitely got some great action going. We got some NBA playoff action. We got some NHL playoff action. We're throwing some MLB in there as well. We got some W. We got 4 games there tonight. So definitely lots to look at. As always, we'll get to the cappers and see how they're doing. And then we'll get right to those picks. How are you doing here on this Friday, Ramon?
Hey, Rod, shout out to Cade Povich. He struck out 14 and gave up just 1 run in his 5 innings there. But yeah, not much hope after that. He's not going to go all the way. So a big route here, and we got another game coming up with those guys. We got our big games tonight too as well. So let's go chat. Let's get some winners.
Definitely turn that one around, man. Some of those games that we've seen in MLB, those big giant runs out of nowhere. Probably not the last time we might see one of those this year. How are you doing here on this Friday, Ron?
That's what you get when we put position players in the slow pitch softball, because that's what they were playing at Fenway. Both teams actually were, and they're in the 8th and 9th. 13 runs in the 8th. That's ridiculous. Anyway, 2-0 start to the soccer day right here. So looking good. Dropped a KBO this morning and got 1. So even that out a little bit. So back at it tonight. We'll see what happens.
All right. Speaking of tonight, let's get to it. For me, I didn't touch anything early. Just that baseball game, I couldn't go either way. I think I gave a free play on the morning show. That came through there. So let's continue on here into the night action and kick it off with the NBA. We got the Pacers taking on the Knicks. I see 6 in most places here for the Pacers now. The total 224.5. No injury report to report as everybody's all healthy and good to go here in game number 2 in this action. I don't know where to Ramon. What do you like here in this one on Friday night?
Can't stop, won't stop, Rod. I guess I took the Pacers to win the series. They'll probably hang in there in this game as well. It's going to be tough enough for the Knicks to win this game. Look, favored by 6. I'll give them all the respect here. They've got to be able to figure out what happened to them and why it went haywire there late in the worst, or the best. You can look at it either way, right? It was either the best comeback in NBA playoff history or the worst choke job in NBA playoff history. So we know it went to overtime. It was a high-scoring game, but look, I complained. I thought that the Knicks ended up doing it all wrong, almost playing the game backwards, and that's why they ended up in the position that they were in. So I said give Tibbs maybe a chance to fix it, but I really don't trust him to do so. So I got to take the Pacers here +6 tonight here in this one, 5.5, whatever it is. I like the Pacers to give them another battle here and make this a tough one all the way. Maybe it'll have the same type of swings, but if it does, I'd be worried if the Knicks jump out to a big lead tonight, Rod. Give me the Pacers.
Definitely leaning that way myself. Head on over to Ron. What are you leaning here in this one? Pacers
Yeah,
or Knicks?
if it's not broke, don't fix it. Ramon's is absolutely right. If you look at these teams, the road team is 5-1 in both New York and Indiana. So we're going to play New York when they get back to Indiana, but we're going to stick with the Pacers. Still 5-1 in the playoffs on the road. ATS is going to stick with the Pacers. I'm liking it.
Right, I think we're going to be all in agreement there with the Pacers because you look at the Knicks do even after allowing the 135 plus points they did. Well, they're 3-4 at home when they allow that many points, and 3-4 altogether this year when they allow that many points at home. 1-1 straight up. 0-2 ATS against the number of the next game are the Knicks whenever they allow that many points defensively. So we're all in agreement there. Take the Pacers in that one. Hey, let's head on over to the MLB we got going tonight on the diamond. Let's just see where we split this up to. A bunch of them 7:10, 7:15 games. So we'll do all those. We'll do six. We'll do six to get us started. We'll start with Milwaukee heading into Pittsburgh, Chicago taking on the Reds, the Giants into Washington, Toronto taking on the Rays, Baltimore and Boston. Game 2, Dodgers and Mets. We'll kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like there in those 6 to get us started on the diamond tonight?
I was going to wait to get the official word. I see the chat trying to figure out who's going to pitch. Nick Handy said might be Charlie Morton. Could it be Uncle Charlie getting in there? Boy, the Red Sox are probably licking their chops after that last one. And look, Giolito in there. I know, we're expecting more from Giolito here. I'm going to go to the Red Sox here. Look, maybe we'll see. Maybe the line could move here when we get an announced starter. But right now at $1.25, not much higher than that. That looks pretty juicy right now. I'm not even worried about some of the struggles that we've seen here from Giolito. Now, Bregman did leave the game last game, and he's surely not going to play. I think they actually officially announced that he would not play in game 2. But yeah, we're still awaiting a starter, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to roll here with the Red Sox and Giolito and look for him to kind of get on track right now against what is no doubt a struggling Orioles team. You got to put him right there, certainly in the bottom 5 here right now. So give me Boston here. Povich shut him down, but I don't know if Morton can do so here. Giolito improve on that 6.5 ERA.
Head on over to Ron. What do you like here in these first 6 MLB tonight?
I got a couple here. Looking at Milwaukee and Pittsburgh. Skeens is pitching. Everybody's going to Skeens. I don't care if Cy Young's pitching. Milwaukee owns Pittsburgh, and they beat them every single time. So give me the Brewers a plus money in that one. And I'm going to look at Washington and San Francisco. Got 2 good pitchers going. I'm going to take the under in that one.
For me here, these ones tonight. This early slate, definitely not my favorite going, but I'll take a shot there with the Blue Jays. They're 6-4 in their last 10. I know they haven't been the greatest out of the road, but the Rays are a 50-50 club, and at home hasn't treated them the greatest, 13-18 at home. So at that plus price, I know Lauer's going on the mound there. Rasmussen for the Rays. But I think that offense of the Blue Jays starting to turn things around a little bit. I'm going to take the Blue Jays, take a shot with the Blue Jays there anyways in that matchup. And then I like the Mets here in the spot with Canny going against the Dodgers. Canny's been awesome for the Mets since he's come over. The team loves playing for him. He's improved. ERA is great. And Faden Kershaw, okay, I'll fade Kershaw. I have no problem with that. And then when he throws to the bullpen, we know that the Dodgers still dealing with some bullpen issues. So give me the Mets at that price there in that one. All right, let's head on to the next section. Let's split it into 2 here. We'll do short up. We'll go Cleveland taking on Detroit, San Diego taking on Atlanta, Texas and the White Sox, Seattle and Houston, and then we'll leave the last 5 for the rest of the MLB. We'll kick it over to Ron to get us started. What do you think there in those 4?
Well, in Kansas City and Minnesota, my boy Cameron has come back up from AAA, but I think he gets a welcoming from the Minnesota Twins. They just own the Royals. They have in the past, and I think you can lay the run line probably extended with Minnesota here. They're 16-7 at home this year, covering that run line. So you would probably lay it with Minnesota here.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here, Ramon? I'm going to go over tonight with my Padres taking on the Braves in this one. Pivetta going up against Sale. Look, fine numbers here certainly for these guys right now, but with this total having right now up to 8 here, I don't know. I feel that it indicates maybe here we could see some offense tonight. Pivetta on the road hasn't been as strong as he has at home so far this season. So with Sale right now, decent numbers, 3.62 ERA, but I've got runs here tonight with these 2. Padres bullpen has been struggling for sure of late. I raved about him for the first month and a half of the season here, but over the last week to 10 days, maybe even a little longer now. It's kind of blown up. So both bullpens around a little over 3.5 earned run average. So I'm taking over tonight, Padres and Braves, over 8 runs.
And for me in that one, I'll take the Padres, Ramon. Give me your Padres tonight at a nice big giant plus price going against Sale. I don't want to lay that kind of price with Chris Sale, especially Braves. They're 5-5 in the last 10. I know the Padres haven't been pitching so well and haven't been playing so well. That bullpen hasn't been so good, but I think Nick Pivetta here on the mound going for the Padres tonight. Give them a good start here, and then give him some run support. I know over his last start, he went 6 innings, didn't get a whole lot of run support, gave up 2 hits. He can do that here tonight. I think he'll be able to get some.
Acuna returns tonight too, Rod, and that's what the move. When they announced he'd be back, that's when the move. Everybody knew he was coming back tonight, so it was kind of interesting. You saw that huge move on the Braves based on that news, but we all saw it coming. I thought.
Well, yeah, we knew he was coming back, right? So. Also, the Padres have won 7 straight versus the NL East. So there's a streak we can keep rolling with at a nice plus price. I'll take a shot with the Padres in that one. And then, hey, don't kick your Kansas City Royals. They're not as bad as you think. They've covered that run line as an underdog in 9 straight games. So whenever the Royals are a dog, they cover that run line. 9 straight are them Royals. I don't have to lay a little bit of juice. I'll take the Royals plus the 1.5 there and that one tonight to keep that streak rolling. All right, let's head on to the last slate of MLB we got rolling tonight. We got Arizona into St. Louis. We got the Yankees taking on the Rockies. The Marlins taking on the Angels, Red Hot Angels. Look at them rolling with Kikuchi on the mound tonight, 8-2. And then we got the Phillies heading on to take on the homeless, and the homeless sleeping on the bench. And, man, they're looking like the homeless there lately. So head on over to Ramon to get us started. What do you like there in the late night MLB tonight, Ramon?
Yeah, and just a little bit of information that's come in here as we were getting ready for the show. Athletics have switched starting pitchers tonight. They'll bump up Lopez. He'll be working on a day shorter here. He was expected to go last night, but he was recalled here and will take the start here tonight. So you know what we're doing? It's starting to heat up too, and we talked about already how these games have gone over, and the A's are 17-8 to the over at home, and it's not going to end, you guys, here right now. I mean, as the weather heats up, I would think we are looking at some of those softball scores here if we didn't get enough of them already. So the total here is going to be a 9.5 flat by the time it settles down following this pitching change. That's probably what it was when Springs was scheduled to be in there earlier, but Jacob Lopez gets the start here right now, the left-hander, and I'll go over 9.5. Rod, I can't stop going over in Oakland, in West Sacramento. Forgive me. Las Vegas,
Soon to be Las Vegas. I think it's 3 years down the road. Yeah, they're definitely homeless. That's a long stretch to go without a home ballpark. I don't know where to run. What do you got for us tonight in the late night slate?
Now, first of all, spreadsheet play of the day. If you saw the video, it's Arizona. We're going with Gallen. I know it's not a popular pick out there. Mr. Whiskers said Gallen actually dug those holes that you fell in there, Rod. So I'm going with Gallen. I think it's a huge play for me. It pulled out my spreadsheet almost 70%. So got to go with Gallen. Like I said, you can check that video out every day right on Tony's Picks YouTube channel. And then also I'm going to look at Sandy has been horrible. Kikuchi's horrible. That's got to go over. We're going to see a lot of runs here with the Angels and the Marlins. So take that one over.
Right. And then I'm looking at that and going, man, you got to lay a lot of now you're laying with the Angels. Angels is a favorite. Probably not so good. They've been pretty good as a dog in many of those wins.
8 in a row they've won or something?
Yeah, right. But how many of those have they been a dog price, not laying on minus 160? And I went on the over, but I don't think the run line there with the Angels. I think they beat up on the Marlins. Alcantara in the spot. I think he's in trouble here. The Marlins on the road have not been good. So I'll take the Angels there. I'll take a minus 2.5. I think you can get a good plus price on that one.
4-4, Rod. You were asking 4-4 for the Angels. So if you're laying a price there, that probably is not going to get it done.
No,
about
so
you?
that's why I'm going to lay the -2.5 here. I think they can beat up on the Marlins a little there tonight. And then
Oh,
another one I'm looking at in this late night spot is you know me, I got to go against that. I got to fade Gallen. You know me. I'm gonna go for home. Might probably did make me fall, and the whole rod has fallen because I'm always gonna fade Zach Gallen. I can't help myself. I know if the spreadsheet or not, I just can't do it.
I looked at that
Arizona
shit
on the
last
road.
night and I said, "Oh, I can't wait to hear what Rod's gonna say when he sees this video."
Is Arizona on the road is just not good. Arizona, hey,
Yeah,
that first series on the road, they've been good, right? You
yeah.
look, they play those first 3 games pretty good. And then they played the following 3 after those first 3, not so good. Most recently, they played 3 games on the road, played good, and then they went into Colorado and let the Rockies beat them in that series. So
Mm-hmm.
that's just what we've seen from Arizona all season long. For some reason, they start out great in that first series,
Yeah.
and then after that, not so much. And then as the road trip goes along, as I always say, it gets even worse. I think it's after 6 games or more
Yeah.
for Arizona on the road. Ooh, forget it. Just completely fade Arizona in that spot.
And I had a good trend for you
Doesn't get
too.
any
It's
worse.
actually the Cardinals are 10-4 as home underdogs this year, so I was kind of worried about that too.
And then also the Cards have won, what is it, 6 straight? They've covered the run line against the National League in 11 straight. If you want to throw that into your parlay, probably a 1-run game here tonight. Should be a good one. St. Louis and Arizona. If Zach Gallen can pitch like we have seen at times, glimpses of Zach Gallen that were good, then we're in for a good one. But if it's Zach's fallen, I think it's all over with. And the Cardinals home crowd will be happy. I mean, cheering tonight.
yeah, around 13 and
And that
4.
wraps up the
17 and 6 and 2 at home. When are we going to start thinking that maybe the Cards are much improved?
definitely much improved. Mr. West is like, let's talk about the Dallas Stars. All right, let's talk about the Dallas Stars. Heading on over to the ice, we got them Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. Game number 2. We'll kick it on over to Ramon. What do you think here in this one, game number 2?
Yeah, guys, here in game 2 with Edmonton and Dallas tonight. Wow, it's going to be a fun one here. It feels like, I think, after seeing what happened there, Edmonton's going to know that they've got to be on their, tight there with that 3-1 lead, giving up that 3-1 lead. Had to be really frustrating the way that went down there. Giving up those 5 consecutive goals and not being able to get back in the game here. So I feel like it will be a much, much closer game tonight. I don't know if I'm willing to go one way or the other here on the show, but I'm going to go over in this one with the Oilers and Stars. I'm a little intimidated by what I saw last game. I think the Oilers do have the potential to, get their share. I mean, they got the 3 in the last game, and yeah, I think 6 might be a tall order to ask here for Dallas, but I'm going to go over in this one with these two here. So far, they're leaning 9 and 6 to the over in the playoffs with Edmonton 4-3 to the over on the road, Dallas 5-3 to the over at home. So I'm going to take a chance here and go. It's a pretty big number here. Although you can find, if I'm not mistaken, Rod, you can find some heavily juiced 6s here, but the standard line looks like 6.5 flat.
Right? Head on over to Ron. What do you like here in this one tonight?
Yeah, we said it all series. 23 and 10 are home favorites. You don't want to be a road dog in the playoffs unless you're the Florida Panthers. They're 5 of those 10 wins. So yeah, give me the Stars, lay the puck line. They are 7-1 at home in the playoffs as well. So I think when it gets back to Edmonton, then we'll see the Edmonton Oilers win a couple. But I can't go against the Stars right now.
For me, I can. Stars don't play good on Friday night. They stink. 4-7 this year on them Friday nights for some reason. Don't know what it is. 4-7 on Friday nights. Well, the Oilers on Friday night 6-1, and the Oilers were the better team for 40 minutes of that game. And then it took some really, really silly penalties, and it just took a string of silly penalties. It wasn't just one. It was another, followed with another one, and then followed with another one. And then I'm sorry, but you heard Leon Draisaitl in an after-game interview kind of call out his penalty kill a little bit and said, "Hey, we got to kill at least one of those and keep ourselves in it." So he definitely called out the penalty kill. I think these Oilers will come out with one of those games. Big game here for the Oilers that we see. They definitely carried the play 5-on-5 for most of that game. Dallas did their damage special teams wise. And I think that's going to be the difference in this series. It's going to be who plays the better special teams. And so far, you got to give that edge to the Dallas Stars, capitalizing on their power plays. There were a couple times there that the Oilers, when they were up 3-1, they could have put it out of the reach and made it 4-1, 5-1 in a couple of power plays that they didn't capitalize on. Plenty of times to extend those goals. And against Dallas, you got to score those goals. So, because Dallas can score 3 quick in like 6 minutes. Nothing I have never seen before from Dallas. Now with the extra firepower and the offense that they've added from the trade deadline, yeah, that's they're a dangerous squad. As I said, you got to cover Rantanen, and you also got to cover the other guy from Granlund. Because, man, he got a snipe in that corner. Or Garland. He got a snipe in the corner from, man. He's got that corner shot down real good. So there's a couple guys on this Dallas squad that can beat you, but there's a couple guys on this Oilers squad that can beat you as well. And either going to get good Skinner or bad Skinner. What we get, it's funny. The stat is when you get good Skinner, he gets a shutout, and things are great. When it's bad Skinner, you get the 890 something save percentage, and that's what has been any of these games. He looked real good in that first couple of periods. That's what you need for 60 minutes. The Oilers can do that for 60 minutes, and hey, we'll have the best of 5 series after that. If they don't, we'll be down 0-2 like they were in LA heading back home. So for me, it's you got to pick it up defensively. So I got to go against you, Ramon. I'm going to take the under back here. I think it was 3-1 close. And I think that's what you get. The Oilers got to play better defensively, not take those silly penalties. And don't give Dallas the opportunity on that power play. You give the Stars the power play, we see what you can do. So I'm going to grab the under 6.5 there in that one tonight. All right, that wraps up the NHL action. Let's head on over to the WNBA. We got a few games going there tonight. Let's check them out. We got
all 4 playing.
Big night in the WNBA. I think this is the first night of the 4 teams. 4 games rolling on the Friday night. So definitely kicking it off. We got the Sun taking on the Lynx. We got the Valkyrie taking on the Sparks. We got the Mercury taking on the Storm. And we got the Mystics taking on the Aces. Some of these are crazy lines. And on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the W tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to stay right here is what I'm going to do in Las Vegas. Rod, take the Mystics tonight to plus these points. We've seen this one rise here a little bit. And look, I think the Mystics are a pretty decent team here from what we've seen so far. They did throw in the clunker. My man here, the hottest WNBA capper around, will tell you was a look ahead when they lost to the Valkyries. And we're looking ahead to this situation with Las Vegas tonight and getting 15 points here. Washington is, looks like an improved team to me, despite what happened in that last game. I'm going to have to grab 15 points here with the Mystics on the road against the Aces here in Vegas tonight.
Yeah, as you speak, headed on over to the number 1 capper here, Tony's Picks, Mr. Hot Guy in the WNBA, killing it, taking off right where he took off last year. So
10-3.
Yeah, 10-3.
Yeah, it's early, guys. It's early.
Taking over right where he took off last year.
Told Ron I'd say it because he wouldn't, Rod. I'd say it.
I know.
That's I appreciate you guys. No, I appreciate you.
I'm
gonna look at the Seattle Storm. I got -5 earlier. It's up to 6, and I don't care. Man, the Storm were just thoroughly embarrassed in that first game down in Phoenix, only scoring 59 points. I like for them to bounce back huge. It's like they say, it's back home revenge spot. I love the Seattle Storm in that one. I'm gonna look at the Lynx and the Sun. Sun can't score. The Lynx are the greatest defense I've seen in a long time. So give me the under in the Sun and the Lynx.
And for me in these games tonight, I'm looking at the that under in the first half between the Lynx and the Sun. I just, as you alluded to, this Sun team scoring points, they're going to have trouble if they can't score. If they can score 29 points. In that last one versus the Western Conference, 29 points. They're averaging 37 points in that first half. And this Lynx team can hold them up defensively. Ooh, we might see a 30 spot there in that one. And this total's at 80.5. That's too many. I'll take the under 80.5 there with the Suns and the Lynx. And then another one I'm looking at here. I'm kind of this Washington team. I don't know. I'm not sold on this Washington team yet. I know they battle. They maybe, as you said, they were looking ahead to this Vegas squad, but this Vegas squad, I don't think we've seen the best of them play yet either. I think they could, here at home, could get things rolling. This will be their home opener, right? So it's one of those spots that you look, Washington's played. This will be their fourth game of the season. Vegas has only played 2, so might not have to use up so much energy. I'm gonna lay it here with the Aces. I really think they whoop it up on the Mystics here tonight. I can't trust Washington until I see what they do, because defensively they're not the greatest holding teams defensively. They try to pick up that pace and run and gun, but the Aces could definitely run and gun with the Asia Wilson could definitely run you right off the court. I'm gonna lay the 15 there. I think there's a reason why they're laying 15 there in that one. Wraps up the WNBA for tonight. Brings us to the parlay section, player prop game in the future. We'll leave it up to the capper to decide what they want to give you here in this section, and then we'll let you know what they got going over at Tony'sPicks.com, and that's where you can find the best bets that we got rolling tonight. The bets that we got our money on over at Tony'sPicks.com. Just hit the link, gets you right on over. We'll kick it off with Ramon to get us started tonight. What do you got for us tonight, Ramon?
Well, I got to try some college baseball, of course, and I'm going to go to the late game with the Hawaii and Fullerton. I'm going to go under here in this one at 13.5, but that's really all I have really going. I'd like to give a parlay with my college baseball right now, but we've been a little bit 50-50 over the last couple of nights. So let me just try the one game here in college. That's Hawaii and Fullerton, game total under 13.5 on the late game here tonight. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, I've got a 3-pack of action here in Major League Baseball for tonight, so check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. If I could quit dabbling in some of my favorite sports, well, I love baseball, that's for sure, but baseball is where I'm kind of hot right now, so let's roll tonight over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save 15% off those premium pick packages. Check out the handicapper leaderboard. You'll see me up there right now on the baseball for sure here over the last month or so, doing pretty well with those. So let's get it going here tonight at Tony'sPicks.com.
Hey, staying winning over the last 30 days is Ramon. So even with them couple tennis picks that's got you, Ramon, you're still up on the 30 days. Good job. Continue rolling along there. Check out Ramon over at Tony'sPicks.com. Heading on over to Ron. What do you got for us tonight, Ron?
Yeah, let's go with a parlay. I'll do each sport there. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks on the money line. I will take the Pacers plus the 6.5. And let's look at WNBA. I'm gonna lay it with the Lynx. I think the Lynx smash them actually. So give me that one. That's the 3-team for you. What I got for sale tonight, I got the 5-pack Grand Slam in baseball. Also my Diamond Crusher. I had WNBA 3-point play. Like the guys have said, has been really hot. And then I got KBO video that's getting ready to load probably after 7 Eastern, so you can get that for the morning. We went 4-0 last night. Good first video. And we got rained out on that last one with Deuce on, which was actually my best bet. So, but yeah, check that video out. Hopefully we do well again. And like everybody says, we're on the leaderboard, different sports, cash it out. We got the last weekend of European soccer. So EPL is going to be decided in Champions League. We just got the Serie A decided today with Napoli. They did win their match. So look for the EPL to finish up this weekend. And go ahead and take Aston Villa on the money line against Manchester United. United lost the European Conference to Tottenham, which is weird because Tottenham and Manchester United are 16 and 17 in EPL. and they were fighting for a European Champion League spot. Manchester United doesn't have anything to play for at all. And also, I don't know if you heard, Klopp is going to Roma. So that's a news break there. So we'll see him in Serie A next year.
And for me tonight, I've got my 3-team parlay. I'm going to go all in the MLB. We're going to take the Blue Jays. We're going to take Washington. And we're going to throw in the Mets. A little 3-teamer for you tonight there. And over at Tony's Picks tonight, I love tonight's cards. So definitely got a few going there. I got my WNBA play of the day. I got my NBA play of the day. My NHL one-timer play of the day. And then I've got an MLB triple tonight rolling. So that's there. I also got all my best bets. So my MLB best bet, my NHL best bet, NBA best bet, WNBA best bet. Those are all in my Fish Fry Friday. Let's fry your bookie and crush them. Put some cash into our pocket. Grab all 5 plays there in that one for the Fish Fry Friday as we fry the books and stack some units as we head into the weekend. So head on over. Check it out. Don't forget, 2-for-1 Capper promotional as well. You can see all of us being hot and stacking units over at Tony's Picks. So definitely pair us up and take advantage of the 2-for-1 Capper promotional. And Tony T at checkout saves 15% off. Jump aboard. Let's have a big weekend. Crushing the books. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you who tuned in today. We got Mr. Weskers, Mello, Keith, Just the Truth. I think we've seen picks for Dave, Nicholas Handy, Jermaine's in there. Thought I seen Ron Hahn earlier. Yep, he was in there too a little earlier in the chat. I missed you. Trevor Davis is in there as well. Shout out to everybody in the chat that tunes in to the Happy Hour Show weekly. Blake's in there as well. Let's see how I think I got everybody. Any final words before we head on out for the weekend's action?
Yeah, it's good. Please have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Remember what Memorial Day is about. You know, it's about the people that we lost in combat. So when you're thinking about, eating your hot dog and swimming in your pools, think about those people that we lost over the wars, over the years. So that's what it's all about.
UFL tonight, take the under with St. Louis and San Antonio. San Antonio's terrible. They have just 1 win, but they did go to overtime at home against Memphis last week, and St. Louis's offense hasn't quite been up to what it was early on with them on the road. I actually think San Antonio could hang in there, but I'm going to go under 41 tonight, St. Louis and San Antonio on Friday night.
We got the Eskimos tomorrow there, Rod, money line. I know you like the dogs in CFL.
I'm
sorry.
I think the Elks
will
definitely be improved. I haven't seen a line on that thing yet. Have you seen a line pop out on that yet?
I saw plus 215 on the money line. So yeah.
So that means you'll probably get 3.5 more of them because BC is probably the more favorite as always. If you're getting good over 3 points, I'll be taking the Elks in that one because I think the Elks will be improved. Watch out. They can't get any worse than what they have been.
Let's see what we got. Yep. No, just futures are up. Is all I see at the book right now.
Yes, I haven't seen any lines yet. Maybe a money line out there, but I haven't seen any spread yet. But definitely have yourself a wonderful Memorial weekend, everybody, and remember those that deserve, because definitely lots of falling out there. Shout out to everybody that has served. Hey, that wraps it up for me. I think Connor McDavid to get himself an anytime goal. He's been Mr. Quiet, but he's definitely been amping up the speed, and he wants to get in there and rip it just as much as anybody else. Although he hasn't had his opportunities, I think he gets one tonight. Connor McDavid, anytime goal in that one. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We got the Tony's Picks Morning Show to get you going to the Saturday slate. We'll go through it. We'll see Tony there and a bunch of the regular captains you can see at Tony's Picks. Have a good one, everybody. Crush it. See you guys tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Good luck, everybody. Guys. Have a good Memorial weekend.